In this lesson, you're going to focus on the skill of evaluating evidence. You're going to be asked to consider the strengths and limitations of different pieces of historical evidence. The piece of evidence that you're going to focus the most on today is Hammurabi's Code. Hammurabi's Code is one of the oldest law codes in the world, dating back to the 1700s BCE. This makes it close to 4,000 years old. The laws in Hammurabi's Code can help us learn about Babylonia. What does it mean to evaluate evidence? As historians, we try to understand what happened in the past by looking at different accounts about the past. For each account that we examine, we need to consider what useful information it provides about the time period that we are studying. We also need to remember that one account is never enough information to understand what happened in the past, even if that account is a reliable or trustworthy source. That means that we must consider the limitations of each document that we examine and think about what other information we might need. Hammurabi, whose code you're going to be reading today, was a member of the Amorite dynasty who ruled all of Mesopotamia under the Babylonian Empire. He became king of Babylon in 1792 BCE and ruled for 42 years until 1750. Hammurabi is most famous for his law code, which is one of the oldest in the world. It's a list of 282 laws that deal with many different parts of society. The code was created in part to help unify a quickly expanding empire. As new peoples in new places were added to the empire, the government decided that it was important to have one code of law to unify them all. In this law code, the government set up certain punishments for crimes so that the strong might not injure the weak. Before this code, individuals basically got to decide how they wanted to take revenge on people who hurt them. Hammurabi's code made rules more standardized so that everyone would know the crimes and penalties, similar to the way everyone knows school rules or traffic rules. Various copies of Hammurabi's code have been unearthed. Most are inscriptions on baked clay tablets, but the most well-known surviving copy is an inscription on a stone slab called a stela that you see here. It's about 7 feet high, 2.5 feet across, and 1.5 feet thick at the base. At the top, there's a relief or image of Hammurabi and the god Shamash. The laws are written on the stela vertically and read from right to left. In the 12th century BCE, the king of Elam, located in present-day Iran, took the stela. Like many artifacts, it was eventually lost. In 1901, French archaeologists unearthed the stela in Susa, which you can see on the right side of this map. They then took it to France, and it's now housed in the Louvre Museum in Paris. Like detectives, historians use the evidence they find to decide what life was like in the past. Today we're going to answer the question, what can we learn about Babylonia from Hammurabi's Code?